Welcome to Group 2's video presentation for our acquisition plan for digital forensics. My name is Eli Musselwhite, and my group members are Ryan Newen, Aidan Toomey, and Christo Payne. To begin, ransomware is a malicious software designed to hold a victim's data or systems hostage until a ransom is paid. Modern ransomware isn't a simple single-stage event. It's a sophisticated attack involving multiple phases. These typically include initial access to the system, privilege escalation to gain higher control, lateral movement to spread across the network, data theft, and finally, rapid encryption of files to pressure the victim. The threat of ransomware is constantly evolving. During the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a significant surge in attacks as more people began working from remote and less secure home environments. This evolution presents two key challenges for researchers. First, ransomware has matured into complex, multi-stage intrusions that often involve double extortion, or stealing data before encrypting it. Second, obtaining high-quality, up-to-date ransomware datasets for research is incredibly difficult, which makes replicating studies and developing defenses a challenge.
Given these challenges, our group chose option A for this project, generating fresh controlled artifacts in an experimental environment. We are using a sandbox Windows 11 virtual machine to execute a ransomware sample safely. This control approach allows us to overcome the lack of quality public datasets and ensures our research is repeatable. Within this sandbox cape, an extension of the Cuckoo sandbox, we can observe critical evidence such as file system changes, process activity, network traffic, and providing a clear picture of the malware's behavior. Effective forensic collection is critical for identifying how ransomware operates and preventing future attacks. Our plan focuses on four main categories of evidence to ensure we can capture a comprehensive view of the incident. These are system logs, which provide a timeline of events, disk artifacts like ransom notes and dropped files, memory artifacts which contain volatile data like encryption keys, and lastly, network traffic, which can review communication attempts with command and control servers. This ensures we can measure the presence of malware, whether it can be directly observed or not.
For data collection, we will stage a chosen ransomware sample inside of a dedicated working directory of our Windows 11 VM, and then record its SHA-256 prior to its execution. When encryption activity becomes observable, or a specific elapsed time if it does not, we can start to acquire memory. Our scope of data collection will include memory images before and after encryption, Sysmon and Windows event logs, and lastly, packet captures before, during, and after encryption. Preserving the integrity of our collected evidence is important when doing this type of analysis. Every piece of evidence, including logs, memory images, and packet captures, is immediately hashed using SHA-256 upon acquisition. These hashes are then verified again after transferring the evidence to read-only storage to confirm that no data has been altered. We also maintain a detailed operator log for each run, documenting the VM snapshot ID, start and stop times, and any actions taken by the operator, ensuring that our process is both transparent and reproducible. We will also add short comments and notes for clarity between telemetry runs.
We anticipate several challenges in this process. The most critical is the potential for volatile evidence loss. Important artifacts like encryption keys, unpacked code, and injected modules exist only in memory and can disappear quickly. We mitigate this by using a fixed memory capture trigger. This happens during or immediately after the encryption onset. We then immediately hash it to verify its integrity. Another challenge that we may face is evasion. Many ransomware families can detect virtual machines or delay their actions to avoid analysis. We're going to counter this with enriched Simpson telemetry, prompt log exports, minimal operator interaction, and repeatable runs from clean snapshots to confirm behaviors. We essentially want to trick some programs into realizing that they're not running on a VM. We also expect potential logging gaps if the malware attempts to disable or prune event logs. We can counter by validating channels with a dry run and attempt to keep the environment as sterile as we can where feasible. Finally, our network isolation will show connection attempts rather than successful communications, but this is a necessary trade-off for safety, even if it means we cannot see total impact and intent of the malware. We still extract DNS queries, SNI, and destination literals, and correlate with process IDs.